Welcome back to Sports Rock.
Rock.
Now we're going to do everybody's favorite, the Pick'em segment. Last week,
Picking it right now. Oh yeah.
Last week, both Doug and I went 7-3, pretty strong showing, and James unfortunately went 4-6. Unfortunately for him, that is. Overall, Doug has a 6-game lead. Well, I guess we could say game. 6-game lead on both James and I. He is sitting at 25-15, and we are both sitting at 19-21. 2 games under 500. I know, folks, kind of sad, but we'll get there.
Time to pick it up.
All right, this week we're going to start off with number 18 USC at number 17 UCLA.
Yeah, it's in the Rose Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 18 USC at number 17 USCLA. Mr. James.
UCLA.
Alrighty then, Doug.
I will take UCLA seems to be on the rebound. Their football program under Jim Morris seems to be on the rebound. However, I don't think Matt Barkley will go out losing to UCLA in that rivalry. I'll take the Trojans.
I will also take USC. I completely agree. Next, number 23 Texas Tech at number 24 Oklahoma State. Doug.
Texas Tech and Oklahoma State. One's 23 and one's 24. Well, you can't get much more about even than that, at least in the rankings.
Well, 18 and 17 for USC.
Where's this game at?
That's true.
At Oklahoma State.
That'll tend me to lean towards Oklahoma State. They're tough to beat in Stillwater. I'll take the Cowboys.
James?
OSU.
Oh, I will go Texas Tech. Next game, Ohio State versus number 25 Wisconsin. James?
That's at Wisconsin. We have
It
a
is
lot
at
of problems.
Wisconsin,
We
yes.
have a lot of problems there, and we're coming off a bye week, which to me means more bad than good. I want the Buckeyes to win really, really, really bad. But I like Wisconsin.
Whoa. Doug?
I tend to agree that bye weeks, can they help you get healthy? Yes, I don't know how many injuries Ohio State had that they really need to get healthy on, but Wisconsin has been playing better lately, but I don't think they have enough to beat Ohio State.
So you think Ohio State's going to win? I think the bye week is just another week for Urban Meyer to scout Wisconsin and come up with a good plan. Wisconsin is ranked 25th, although they played decent, but I think Ohio State can beat them, so I'm definitely going with Ohio State.
If we were going to rankings, Ohio State's undefeated. They'd be in the top 4.
Well, Ohio State
right
probably
now,
be sitting
so.
about 5th or 6th. So, moving on, number 12 Oklahoma at number 21 West Virginia. This could be a very, very, very good game, or it could be a definite blowout.
Okay.
James, what do you think?
Oklahoma.
Oh wow, didn't even hesitate.
I don't know what the over-under in that game is, but it should be in the 60s, I'm sure, or 70s. I don't know when that game is played. If it's at night, I tend to lean towards West Virginia because those fans will be juiced, and I mean that in every sense of the word.
Yes. Moonshine.
The shine will be flying. But getting back to the actual game itself, West Virginia can't play defense. Oklahoma should score points, though I think West Virginia can score points on them. But West Virginia's been in a tailspin. Oklahoma needs the win. I'll take Oklahoma.
Well, this could be a chance for West Virginia to end that tailspin and to turn things around. However, I don't think they're going to. I as well will go Oklahoma. So moving on, we then come up to number 13 Stanford at number 2 Oregon.
Well, that's the prime timer. Stanford's a solid football team. Their problem is they're facing high-powered Oregon at Oregon. I'm going to call for a Chuck Berry duck walk.
All right, James?
Oregon.
And I will also go Oregon. I don't think that if they do lose, I don't think this is going to be it. Moving on to the NFL now. We've got the Browns at the Cowboys in the $1 billion playpen. James.
Go my Brownies
Alrighty.
by 3.
Ooh. Tight one. Tight's good.
Well, yeah, I don't think if the Browns win. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any stretch of the
Mr.
imagination.
Dawson's going to give us the victory. 52
It-
yard.
that might very well be. He's a Texas boy too.
52
It'll be a little bit
yard.
of a homecoming for Phil. I took the Cowboys of Oklahoma State, and I will take the Cowboys of Dallas.
Gosh. I will also have to go Dallas. As much as I hate to go Dallas, I have to. Just have to.
I hope I'm wrong.
I
I
picked
do
the
too.
win up here, people.
I do too.
I
I'll
hope,
pick the
I hope
winner.
I'm wrong on Ohio State, Wisconsin.
I picked the win up.
But
Oh, I definitely don't hope I'm wrong on that one.
Well, I hope I am wrong on the pick I made on that one. I
Coming up
really do.
next, we've got the Green Bay Packers at the Detroit Lions.
I don't my call.
Well, then give it to us.
Pack.
All right, Doug?
if this was on Thanksgiving Day, I might lean more towards
Detroit. Yeah.
because they do, for some ungodly reason, play unbelievably on
On
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yes.
However, the only turkey that's going to be laid is by Matt Stafford and the Lions. I'll take the Packers.
Oh, you know, I need to gain ground. You and I have pretty much been picking the same teams, but I can't afford to lose ground either, and I honestly do believe that the Packers are going to win this game, so I'm going to have to go Green Bay.
You got Aaron. You got that. Who you want? Aaron
Moving
Rodgers.
on, a game that may not be so easy to pick. Colts at Patriots.
I don't know what the weather will be like, but I know for certain that they're going to have to play that game outdoors. Indianapolis is a dome team. They
Yes,
don't
they
usually
are.
like dome teams outside.
Especially in the potential
I think Bill Belichick
rain.
confuses Andrew Luck a little bit. Though I'm impressed with Andrew Luck, don't get me wrong. And maybe Andrew Luck throws a couple touchdowns. But can they keep up with Tom Brady in New England? I don't think so. I'll take New England.
James?
I'm going with the young stud. Colts will win this game.
All right.
And they're going to win by 2 touchdowns.
They're a nice story. They're Chuck Strong.
Yes, they are Chuck Strong.
I tell you, I need to. Oh, jeez, I'm New England because I need separation from you, Doug. But I also can't afford to lose, and I see some other opportunities for separation coming up. So, moving up next, coming up next, Ravens Steelers, a Benless Steelers.
Who you like?
Me, all Baltimore all the way.
Where's this game played at?
Heinz Field.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Even with Ben, I think I'd pick Baltimore, but
It's a Sunday night game.
yeah, without Ben, Byron Leftwich is going to be. He might get knocked out too. You might be seeing. Was it Charlie
Charlie
Batch?
I have no clue who the hell they're the
Charlie
quarterback.
Batch.
So you know, I got to tell you, I like the Baltimore Ravens' chances against a second-string Leftwich or a potential third-string Charlie Batch. What about you, James?
They're playing this in Heinz Field.
The Steelers will be playing catch-up all night long.
I'm going with the Steelers.
Okay.
I will pick in a game that probably will be ugly,
Oh yeah.
and that's just the way the Steelers will like it. They'll win it.
Yep.
All right.
And that might be a late second field goal.
Our last game that will round out our picks this week, the Chicago Bears at the San Francisco 49ers.
Ooh. That's a tough one.
This could be a defensive slugfest. This could be a low-scoring ball game.
I would expect it to be low scoring because it's possible that both teams will be playing without their starting quarterback.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Cutler and Smith both have concussions.
Yeah, that could be real interesting.
And if you listen to Cutler talk, it looks like he's got a concussion half the time. I'll take the 49ers because I think their backup quarterback just might give Chicago a little bit of trouble with their defense because he's very mobile. Colin Kaepernick can run, and if he can keep his head up and not get clobbered, I think the 49ers can win the game.
I think there might be another concussion coming in this game, but I will give this game to the Niners.
I'm going to have to go Chicago. I think you could go either way, but this is just a flat-out pick because I need to make up some ground. So
Yep.
So I like everybody's chasing.
yeah,
That's right. Everybody's chasing.
you also got that big bullseye on your back.
Yeah, well, I'd rather be ahead than chasing at this point anyway.
Mhm.
That's true.
And, well, eventually we'll be ending up with mostly all pro games.
Yeah, because we only
Because
got
the
a
college
couple
season's
more
starting to
weeks.
wind down.
Right.
Uh,
So that could make it a little more, because really, I mean, not that, you know, both teams involved in a college game don't have a decent chance of winning, but in the pros, you're more likely to see upsets, I think, than in college.
Yeah, and when we were on our 2-week hiatus or whatever, we missed a lot of big college
Yeah.
football games.
Yeah, we did.
That could have gone, you know, either way.
Right.
Well, I think one thing, I'll interject here, I think one thing we need to do now is because high school football's into the playoff mode right now.
That's all you guys. I would not pick a high school football game to say, nope, no way.
Next episode, maybe we ought to start picking a few high school.
No, I wouldn't pick a high school game for two reasons. One, I don't care, and two, I don't know because I don't care.
Don't care.
I don't give a shit about high school football. I'm
Oh,
just
my
gonna put it
goodness.
out there.
Where does all
I didn't give a shit about high school football when I was in high school.
where does the college players come from? Where do the pro players come
Well,
from?
they ain't
High
coming. They're not
school.
coming from freaking Dover or Philly. I can tell you that.
Yeah, but they're coming from Mass.
They may be coming. Well,
Columbus,
you'll
and
see guys from Massillon and
Canton.
McKinley come from, you know, go to some Big Ten schools, but it's most of them don't make the pros. So.
I think it'd be interesting to make some calls on some high school games next time.
Yeah. Moving on. We'll talk about Dover losing. We can do that.
They make the playoffs every year. My alma mater, by the way.
Yeah. They're like Division 12, so
Division 12.
if you haven't heard of them, it's because no one cares.
Well, if you're from Ohio, you may have heard.
Division 3, and I'm sure you've heard of them.
Oh,
They've been in the playoffs.
If
like-
you're listening in California, you probably know.
Yeah, you probably did.
You've probably heard of Massillon and McKinley,
Oh, I'm sure of
Oh,
that. And you've heard of Cincinnati Moeller
Yeah.
and Cleveland St. Ignatius
Mhm.
and St. Edwards, though St. Edwards got bounced last
Cincinnati.
week.
yeah, and Moeller hasn't been this far in a while either, so.
Uh,
At least the Tornadoes have made it this far. For
Isn't
the
what
last
Mentor's
few
had a
years.
big year, haven't they?
Mentor,
Yeah.
they just beat Lakewood St. Edward.
Yeah.
They were number one in the state.
Alrighty, folks.
All right.
I don't really see much more to talk about. What do you?
Next
any,
year, head coach for the Cleveland Browns.
Well,
They're one out, Chris.
no, I don't even really know where to begin, to be honest with you. I think that you're going to see a lot of interest in. I have heard. I listen to obviously a lot of sports talk radio, and on KNR in Cleveland, they've got one of the guys on there has friends in the media down in Alabama, and he said that they are worried about Saban potentially being plucked off the vine. So who knows? Maybe JH3 goes down there and makes him an offer he can't refuse.
Well, he's not
I
going
don't know.
down to pluck anybody from the University of Tennessee, I can assure you of that.
No, no, he's not. But and I'm not even so sure that I would want Saban. I don't really know at this point. I don't really know. Whenever a list of real contenders gets shown to me, then I'll make a decision. Right now, it's all just speculation. But I mean,
Oh, yeah, it's going to be all speculation until the actual firing of Pat Shermer.
right.
If there's an actual firing, I mean,
I think at this point, at this stage in the game, they are going to keep him for the rest of the year. I don't see him getting fired
no,
before the end of the year.
no, and they made that statement when they took over that they're going to finish out everybody's under evaluation.
Right.
And they'll evaluate at the end of the year how this team plays. They claim it's not all about wins and losses. It's how we play.
Well,
But I guarantee you, if they lose to the Chiefs at home and to Washington at home or whatever, I would say right now his chances of coming back are 50-50 at best.
well, I think it's probably more like 70-30 against you. The thing that really intrigues me, though, to be honest with you, is Heckert. What do you do with Tom Heckert? Because I don't think Tom Heckert has done a poor job. I think he's done a pretty good job. So where do you go from there? It's kind of hard to get rid of Holmgren, get rid of Shermer, bring in Banner, bring in another coach, and keep Heckert. You know what I mean? So you would think that it would be a package deal. You'd get rid of all of them, but I think of all of them, Heckert's the one who deserves to stay the most.
Well, I would agree with that,
So,
because Holmgren's going to ride his motorcycle into the sunset, and Pat Shermer might be a tag-along in that. But Hecker, no, I think Hecker's
Sidecar.
Hecker's done as good a job, better than anybody else that they've had since
Yeah.
they've come back as far as the GM.
Maybe Sherman will go and be Holmgren's offensive coordinator in Dallas when Holmgren becomes head coach down there at the end of the year. How pissed are you going to be if Mike Holmgren takes a coaching job after this year?
Well, I had heard before, and it came from Mike Holmgren himself, that when he took over, and they were looking for a coach that turned out to be Pat Shermer, he told the guys that were meeting Tom Hecker, the other higher-ups, whoever was involved in deciding who the next coach would be, Holmgren asked him if he should put his hat in the ring, and he said they never got back to him. So I don't think Holmgren was against coaching them in the first place.
But do you really buy that?
They
though?
just
Because you
I
know,
don't about
in
what
the
he
end,
said.
in the end, you know, he pulled the trigger on who became the next head coach.
Yeah,
So if he really wanted to coach,
I
he
think
could have said, "I'm going to be the coach."
he could have, but I think he wanted to be asked.
Maybe,
So all I got
maybe true.
the only comment I got on this is I knew who the next offensive coordinator would be, who the next defensive coordinator would be, and the next head coach would be.
Okay, who's that?
Offensive coordinator would be Doug Pecknow. Defensive coordinator would be Dale Osley. Head coach would be James.
I thought you were gonna.
And those
I thought you were gonna
people,
say offensive coordinator Brian Dable.
and those people will take care of business, and we will win championships because that's all we fucking do is win championships.
I don't want to be an offensive coordinator. I'd rather be a general manager.
No, offensive
Talent
coordinator.
scout.
I'd rather be in charge of personnel.
Yeah.
I'll get you the players. You just win with them.
Just
And
win,
as
baby.
it's laid out
Just
there,
win,
just say,
baby.
just win, baby.
Just win, baby.
And on that note, we will leave you to our next segment, Sports Rock Show.
Rock.